Okay, here we go. The Ben and Mikey Show.
He's about to get crazy and wild. Stay for a while. Don't touch your radio dial.
Ben and Mikey Show.
Kicking it back, sports talk. Listen to that and stay tuned for some giggles and laughs. Go.
Why the hell doesn't the government step in and tell us what we can and can't watch?
Welcome to the Planet Mikey Show.
You can always watch this. This is our weekly or bi-weekly Planet Mikey podcast. You can always watch it. Go back. And you know what I would suggest, Smitty, to the radio and podcast and YouTube watching audience? You know what I would suggest?
What would that be, Mike?
Go back in time. There have been 315 episodes. Some of them are goddamn funny.
Wait a minute. Say, go back in time.
Go back in time.
That was good. Thank you.
Because we did a lot of, funny stuff. Even when Ben was here, we had a couple that were pretty good.
Remember Ben?
What happened to him? I don't know what happened to Ben Kitchen. I mean, Bill Smith, you've stayed the same for 47 years. You haven't changed anything.
That's right.
I haven't even changed my underpants in 15 years. I just go right through them.
Yeah.
So I do whatever I have to do. I do it right through there. But Ben, somehow, he flipped on us. What happened to him?
Don't know.
It's like, he's here 7 years. It seemed like we were having fun. He got weekly gifts when he came in, souvenirs and nice things. We gave him nice things every week, didn't we? And
Ben,
now he's like...
We hardly knew you, Ben.
He doesn't even... He won't even return a text or a phone call now. I don't get it.
I know. I don't get it either.
I don't know that I ever did anything that bad to Ben,
Yeah.
I put the Ben Gay in his underpants. A big deal. I got a full plate over here.
Yeah?
I really do.
What do you got?
Well, what happens is if we go 2 weeks without doing a podcast, I got to get something's wrong with my headphones.
Hello.
They're cutting out.
Oh, they're cutting out, really?
If I go 2 weeks without a podcast, I have so many things I got to say. You too.
Yeah.
Because you are nothing if not astutely connected politically to the issues of the day. That's why your commentary is always welcome on this podcast.
Thanks very much. I
As long as we
appreciate
both
that.
shall live.
Yeah.
We are sponsored by my grandma's coffee cake, as always. Call 1-800-8-GRANDMA for the best. I know it sounds funny to say that, 8-GRANDMA.
Well, yeah.
But 1-800-8-GRANDMA is where you go for a telephone number to call them and order a cake. Okay. And they have multiple delicious flavors, as you know. The other thing is you can go to mygrandma.com and order it online, which is what the kids of today do.
You always ask everybody else, what's your favorite flavor? No one ever asks you.
Well, I do have favorites and they're all good. I've tried them all. But I always tend to go back, and this is how people normally behave. They go to a thing that they're familiar with, that they know they love, and they get it every time. It's like when I go out and have dinner, same thing. It's steak. Steak. I never get chicken when I'm going out to dinner.
Hey, that reminds me of the dinner we had with Billy.
With Billy, my buddy Bill.
Man.
Boy, that was unbelievable. Smith and Walensky, neither of them were there. Well, you were there.
I was there, yeah.
Walensky didn't show.
But boy, that was a great restaurant. Where the food was awesome. Billy was terrific.
I know. We had a private room, and I thought the whole time, I said, when do we get our private show? And they didn't have that.
Well, you were outside vaping when the show started.
Really?
You just missed it, yeah.
That waitress did. She did succumb to that?
Yeah.
It's not a waitress. It's a server.
That was Colette.
You can't call them waitresses now. That's sexist.
I know.
So it's Bill Smith, yours truly, Mikey Adams, and no Ben. I don't know what happened. He just he won't even answer our calls now. So something happened, and I don't know what it is.
Might have been you, Mike.
What did I do?
I don't know.
You always like to at least know what triggered some kind of reaction like that.
I'll find out. I'll badger Ben. He'll finally tell me what it was.
Speaking of reactions, what was your reaction to Cracker Barrel? Cracker Barrel changing their logo and going all nuts. And do you consider cracker to be a racist slur?
I don't consider cracker to be a racist slur. And Cracker Barrel, they blew it. They bungled it. They did. They're going to get Bud Lighted.
Well, yeah, I think so. The thing about the word cracker, first of all, it's in the Cracker Barrel name for years, but you never think of it as a whitey honky thing.
I know, but if you're a black guy, that's got to be funny. Look there's a Cracker Barrel. That is funny.
But what's weird is that,
and they got rid of the cracker. He's gone.
if you're the only people, and I've noticed on the internet, this is true, in the last 5 years or so, that use the taboo N-word, every single one of them is black. If there's two black guys having a fight, they start calling each other that name. And it offends me. I mean, it like sets off an alarm in my head. You can't say that. Well, I guess there's two sets of rules. But in the last 5 years, the only times I've ever heard that word in anger is when it's a video of, now, when white people hate each other or get mad at each other, they don't start calling each other cracker. Like if you say, "Oh yeah, you cracker," do you do that?
No, but I think about it.
It's just a weird choice of things to say.
I know.
If you're a couple black guys, is to call each other that name that no one that I know that's white ever says anymore, or will, or even thinks it.
And anybody who does is a complete asshole.
I know.
I know.
So anyway, the Cracker Barrel is. I like their food and their breakfasts there, and I never considered it to be an insult when you put that on the name of the place, because I'm a white guy.
Well,
By the way, I can't help being white.
it's supposed to be a place that reminds you of days gone by.
Yeah, that old dude sitting out there with
Yep.
he's just, what was he doing with that barrel?
The food, I've been there a couple of times when I was in Ohio.
It's good.
And the food was great, and
Yeah.
the people were friendly. It was kind of cluttered in there, but it was kind of in a nice way.
Well, sometimes people can misconstrue language that is from eons ago and decades ago. It's like have you ever watched Popeye?
Yes.
Well, Popeye, who was a hot shit. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
He had those forearms. They were just ridiculous. And they turned into anvils when he ate his spinach, which is great. He had one hair on his head, and he used to comb that one hair. When he had a date with Olive.
Hello, I'll put this right over here. Hey,
And the thing about Popeye is he said shit that no one can get away with now. He'd say,
oh, blow me down.
I mean, you could say that on a cartoon in 1938, but I'm not sure you get away with it with network constrictions these days.
I know.
If you said "blow me,"
Oh, you Pluto.
and then he'd say,
Oh, Olive, take off your shirt. Oh, those look like two olives on your chest.
and he'd say shit which was just great.
I am what I am, and that's all that I am. I guess some spinach, giddly, but
And the mumbling was the best part. He was a hot shit. But "blow me down" was like,
Olive, hello, blow me down.
anyway. So sometimes,
Well, I could stands, I can't stands no more.
That's right. Right. I'm disgustipated. He was always disgustipated, which I think is a combination of constipated and disgusted, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Some news stories that bothered me lately. One news story, and this is like really not even a story. So, now it is. Now it's a story.
And now it's the news with Mike Adams and
Get
Popeye.
some news over here, please.
I heard that the price of cremation. This is how greedy Massachusetts is. Okay, and I love Massachusetts to live in it. I hate the government, the taxes, and all the crooks that are running the show. The price of cremations. Now, okay, your last ability to tax somebody is when they're dead. So if you're cremated now, it's gone from 200. This is for the state examiner's office to before they put your ashes in a thing, they want to know how you died. Can you imagine?
Yeah, of course.
It went up from $200 to $300. That's a 50% increase. While dying is just as bad as it always was. No, the price has gone up.
Now, wait a minute. This is just to determine the cause of death?
It's the inspection they give you before they cremate. So in order to get cremated, you have to pay this money, and it's not $200 anymore, which was a ripoff to begin with. You're dead. $300 now. Okay, that's just the money that goes to the state or to the Commonwealth, if you will. So that's disgusting, and it's very typical of Massachusetts, where honestly, it's like I look at the people that are running the state of Massachusetts, or the figurehead politicians that we have. Starting with Boston, you got Michelle Wu. She's awful. Then you got the Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley, who's just like Grace Jones with a bad haircut and hating everybody who's white. That's automatic. Then you got Ed Markey, he's like a complete. Is he senile?
I don't know, but I'm wondering what have these people done for Massachusetts?
Nothing.
You see them in the news. They'll bash Trump. They beat up the Republicans.
Everything's Trump's fault.
Everything.
Everything. And then you got Maura Healey, who's in trouble. It's too bad it's a one-party state. It would be nice if somebody could run against her, anybody, and they'd win.
Yeah.
Anyway. So $300. I don't know. I've never decided if I want to be cremated or buried yet, because I'm too young. I got 30, 40, 50 more years. So I'm not even going to think about that. But I'm not sure if I want to be cremated, because then, if let's say there's with people buried and turned into skeletons, and you know how you see movies, Halloween movies, and Halloween night the skeletons all come out of the grave and they dance and they party together.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to miss out on that. If I'm in just a bucket of ashes, right? See, I think about this shit. I really do. I think about this stuff all the time. Well, not all the time. When I'm awake. The Boston Red Sox, I got to say this. You remember when we were in here talking about how Rafael Devers got traded? Yeah, he was their big slugger, their high-paid slugger guy, and Bill Lee was on talking about how Devers had turned into a fat shit, couldn't run anymore. Well, before they traded Rafael Devers, Smitty, the Red Sox were 37 wins, 36 losses, basically a 500 team, winning as many as they lose, right? 37 and 36 before the trade. Since the trade, 40 and 26. And they're in second place, tied with the Yankees as we speak and record this podcast. They're in second place, 2.5 games out of the division lead, which is the Toronto Blue Jays, tied with the Yankees. No one thought that was possible back when they were 37 and 36 with Rafael Devers. No one. Everybody said, no way. And it's the pitching. The pitching has come alive. Giolito has been great. Obviously, Crochet has been stupendous. Brian Bayo has been looking like a major leaguer. They got 3 good starters, and if you have 3 good starters, you're going to be fine. And I'm very excited about that. And I'm also kind of a told-you-so type of thing with the Devers trade, because he hasn't done shit for San Francisco, and losing him has put the Red Sox on maybe a path to glory. What do you think?
What do I think? I think, yes, they're absolutely on a path to glory right now, even as we speak.
I'm doing this on the video. I'm so good at blowing smoke rings.
Oh, you want to do that?
You want to see another one?
Okay, hold on a second. Yeah.
I just did one, but wait, you ready for this?
Oh, no, not yet. Hold on. Stand by. We're almost there. Yeah, we're having a little problem with the camera. There we go. All right, go ahead.
This is so stupid. Right. I'm encouraging young people to vape by doing that.
You know what? Blow one into the other camera over there.
Right.
This one
over here?
This one right here, because there's less wind. Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
You bungled it.
It was a dud.
And now Mike Adams will blow a smoke ring.
There you go.
Look at that. Thanks, Mike.
The idle mind is the devil's playground. I was thinking about this as I was driving down the street the other day.
Is this news?
Well, it's more like... No, it's not news. I was driving down the road, and I thought to myself, how many songs have been inspired and recorded with the name of the girl in the title? It's like the list is friggin' endless. And I'm going to give you a quiz. I'm going to name the song. You tell me which artist did it, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
These are all song titles that have a girl's name in the song title.
Okay.
Who did these songs? Along Comes Mary.
The Association.
Correct. Lucretia McKeevel.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yes.
David Clayton.
Denise.
Four Seasons.
No.
Nope.
But you're in the right. No. Oh, Denise, Scooby-Doo, I'm in love with you, Denise, Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
Randy and the Rainbows. And the Rainbows. Yeah. Which is, and whatever happened to them.
That's right.
Yeah. Donna.
Richie Valens.
Yes. Susan.
The Buckingham.
Yes. Yeah. Man, you're good with this shit. How about Amy?
Pure Prairie League.
Yes. Delilah.
Tom Jones.
Yes. Beth.
Kiss.
Kiss did Beth.
Yep.
It's like 4 letters for the name of the band, 4 letters for the name of the song, 8 total letters. Beth Kiss. And now the sequel, the follow-up hit was not as successful.
Okay.
It was Beth Kiss My Ass.
Yeah.
How about the song Angie?
Pure Prairie League.
No, Angie.
Oh, the Rolling Stones.
Yes. Cecilia.
Paul Simon.
Yes, Simon and Garfunkel.
Okay, yeah.
Come on, Eileen.
Those guys from Ireland.
Yeah, Dexy's Midnight Runners.
That's the one, yeah.
Eleanor.
The Turtles.
Man, this is like your wheelhouse. Eleanor Rigby. Yeah. How about the song Aaliyah? Aaliyah. What a great song that was. One hit.
You know, and I like that band, too. It's like a heavy metal, a hair band.
Johnny Iris.
Thank you.
Aaliyah. And so you've only missed one. You're doing great. Jolene.
Oh, Dolly Parton.
Yep.
What a great song.
You know, there
that
was
is.
one year where Dolly Parton had 2 of the biggest hits in the whole country.
Hey, you know who did a great job of Jolene? Miley Cyrus, believe it or not.
Did she?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Well, she's got talent. She's kind of a slutty pig, but she's can sing.
Well, that voice, man, she nailed it. Yeah.
Maggie May,
Rod Stewart.
Mandy.
What's his name? Don't tell me. Do not say the name.
He's gay.
Yeah, I know, but it's the guy. The feelings. No, not feelings. Mandy. Yeah,
He's gay.
I know.
He's gay at the Copacabana.
I know. That's it exactly. I'm blanking on his name.
He's gay at the Copacabana.
I see his face right now. Yeah. I can't.
Barry.
Barry Manilow. Thank you. Jeez. Thanks, Barry.
How about My Sharona?
Well, that's the Knack.
All right, we're gonna get Joe and Jerry to sing that. You're gonna love it.
Okay, great.
Rosanna.
Toto.
Yeah. Roxanne.
Police.
Sarah Smile.
Hall & Oates.
Sweet Caroline, my least favorite song in the history of music now.
Neil fucking Diamond.
That shitball.
Yep.
Valerie.
Well, there's a couple of Valeries.
Yeah, well, there's...
One's by Steve Winwood.
Yes.
And the other is by the Turtles.
I think you're thinking of the Monkees.
That's what I meant, the Monkees.
How about Veronica? Isn't this fun, though?
Veronica.
Yes, and her name was Veronica. Veronica. And by the way, this guy had another girl named hit called Allison.
Oh, it was Elvis.
My Aunt Elvis Costello.
Yeah.
The Wind Cries Mary.
Jimi Hendrix.
Barbara Ann.
The Beach Boys.
Kathy's Clown.
Everly Brothers.
Yep. Good golly, Miss Molly.
Little Richard.
Layla.
Derek and the Dominoes.
Yep. Alice's Restaurant.
Guthrie. Arlo
Arlo Guthrie, who I had Heinekens with backstage at the Shabu Inn, and he was a really nice guy.
Was he
We
wearing the
drank
big
a
hat?
bunch of Heinekens with him and his band. Lucy in the Sky.
John.
Michelle.
Same.
Peggy Sue.
Buddy Holly.
Yep. And Wake Up Little Susie. You've already said them.
It's the Everly Brothers.
Man, dude, you got like a 97% on that. 98.
It's sickening.
That's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing.
I don't know why that happens.
It's called Fun with Music Trivia, everybody. And we do all those games here on the...
Do you know what's funny? When John Dennis was talking about coming up with songs that would stump you, and I thought it's going to be really hard to stump a guy who has had a future, or not a future, but a career in music radio. You've listened to the songs a million times.
And
you
we don't just know who did it. We know how long is the intro. Oh, it's 14 seconds.
The title, the artist, the title. You say that all the time, and then, well, all of a sudden you're faced with a challenge, and bing, as soon as you hear the Turtles thing, oh, Eleanor.
Yeah, you know exactly. They go together. When you say Eleanor, the Turtles, they go together.
Yeah.
Like, the Turtles, you can name all their hits, right?
Now,
Like,
imagine today's current music, I would know.
No, I don't know shit.
I don't know.
And you know what? I don't care because it all blows. If you say Turtles, I go, okay, she'd rather be with me, Eleanor, you know what I mean, happy together, she's my girl, up in the sky, that's where I was last night, she's my girl, and that's where I was last night. You know, I mean, you know all their songs because back then a band could have 5-6 hits based on their reputation and get airplay.
And they were cool tunes.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Some of them sucked. Do you Yeah, just throw that in there.
Mr. Cheerful.
I got to grab your glasses over here. Yeah, thanks for leaving these readers for me.
I leave those out for you because, well, look at you.
Now I look like much more professorial, don't I? I found a list of things that that are TSA approved for you when you go on an airplane. Now, there's certain things you can't bring. You can't bring a kilo of cocaine.
Yeah.
You can't bring a firearm that's loaded. But here are things I found that are allowed through security. You ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on, let me blow my nose. Oh, man, chunky style. Now, when you eat peanut butter, do you eat plain or peanut?
Creamy. I like the creamy peanut butter.
Plain or peanut. Back in the M&M's thing. You know Hervé Villechaize, his favorite kind of M&M's?
They're plain. They're plain.
Live lobsters are allowed through the security, but TSA says your lobster friend must be transported in a clear plastic spill-proof container.
Is this news?
Yeah.
Take it away,
So
Mike.
you can bring the freaking live lobsters on the plane, but they must be in a clear, spill-proof container. And a TSA officer will visually inspect your lobster at the checkpoint.
Oh, yeah, those checkpoints.
Yeah. The TSA person take the lobster's little legs, spread them apart, turn
That's
your
right.
head and cough, all that shit. They're going to inspect your lobster.
They come out of the line and say, hey, where's my lobster? Yeah.
Oh, wait, you got a lobster in your luggage? You got to bring them over to the Crustacean station. Christmas lights. If you're feeling holiday cheer, TSA allows Christmas lights in either carry-on or checked bags.
Oh, isn't that nice?
I got a great joke about Christmas lights, but it's not suitable for the... I do. After the show,
Okay.
Cowboy Spurs. Are they allowed? Yes.
Cowboy Spurs.
Yeah, Cowboy Spurs. Those Spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, Smitty. Yeah.
Yes.
They have to be off your boots. You can't wear... You can't clink and clank down the aisle with them like Festus on Gunsmoke. You have to take them off the boots and put them in the carry-on and checked bags. But you can bring them.
But you can bring them.
Yeah.
In the carry-on.
Yeah, either one, carry-on or checked bags. But they can't be on your boots.
Well, they certainly wouldn't be considered a weapon if you had them in your carry-on bag,
Right.
and which are available to you at a moment's notice.
But are they a weapon anyway? They're really kind of for annoying the horse more than hurting some person. Spurs. No one ever kicks you with their spurs to try to hurt you. They kick the horse.
That we know of.
Antlers. Antlers are allowed on board as a carry-on or can go inside your checked bag, but there's a snag on the antlers. You need to ensure that the item will fit in the overhead bin or underneath the seat if you're bringing it on as a carry-on. In other words, you can't keep it in your lap. You got to stick it in the thing. Don't touch my antlers. Those are my travel antlers when I'm horny. Yeah. Harry Potter wands and lightsabers, both your Harry Potter wands and Star Wars lightsabers are safe to fly, but sadly, quote, the technology doesn't currently exist to create a real lightsaber. You can pack a toy one, and then the TSA adds, may the force be with you. Go fuck
I know,
yourself.
isn't that
You know
nice?
what? TSA, you're not comedic. You're just, you're shitheads. We know that. Most of you. Coffee and espresso makers. You need an extra jolt of energy? TSA says coffee and espresso makers are allowed, but you should carefully pack it. Make sure all cords are wrapped. TSA recommends packing them in your carry-on. You know that thing, the Magic 8-Ball, where you ask your questions?
Yeah.
Not unlike an 8-ball of cocaine, which is certainly illegal to bring on a plane. While your fortune-telling ball, the Magic 8-Ball, can't go in carry-on bags for some reason, it's okay to fly in checked bags. According to TSA, quote, for carry-on bags, we asked the Magic 8-Ball and it told us outlook not so good. For checked bags, we asked the Magic 8-Ball and it told us it is certain. So, how funny are these TSA people when you least expected it?
Who knew?
And here's two other things you can bring. Sewing machines are allowed to fly in your checked luggage or carry-on, but you should check with the airline to make sure the item will fit in the plane's overhead bin. This is for people who bring sewing machines on the plane, like James Taylor. I'm sorry. I was trying to keep you in stitches with the Taylor joke, sewing machines. You know, I didn't even hem and haw with that. Seems like it. I'm sorry. Waffle irons will go through TSA checkpoints as a carry-on. Make sure they'll fit in the overhead bin if you're going to bring them on the plane. Because sometimes you can't pack a waffle iron. You want to have it within reach if you need it.
You know, that's true.
One of those late waffle cravings you have. Damn, I'd like a waffle. Where's my... Oh, it's up there. I got to... Okay. See, these are the things I think about when we go 2 weeks without a podcast.
Yeah.
I get all antsy because I got to get this shit off my chest.
I see. Yeah.
One night I was thinking about what a fabulous life I've had. Not financially, you know, or my love life or any of that stuff, but just the amazing list of athletes. Now, if I didn't like athletics, if I got into another business, I wouldn't have had this list. But I made this list of Hall of Fame athletes that I've had the pleasure of meeting. Now, am I bragging? No, but I've just been fortunate to have this career, and I put myself in a place where I can meet all these people. You ready?
And now, Hall of Fame athletes that Mike has met.
I'm just going to name a few off the top of hockey. Hockey: Bobby Orr, Wayne Gretzky, Gordie Howe, Mario Lemieux, Ray Bourque, Phil Esposito, Patrick Waugh, Paul Coffey, Johnny Busick, and Ronnie Francis. All Hall of Famers. See, these are guys who knew how to put the puck in a net.
Now, did you have dinner with these people?
Some.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the most interesting experience you had with each one of them?
Well, there was that gay hockey player who tried to high stick me in the crease, but I didn't let him. Football Hall of Famers. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Joe Theismann, Jim McMahon, Earl Morrall, Phil Simms, Joe Namath, Terry Bradshaw, Otto Graham, Roger Staubach, Steve Young, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. That's not a bad list.
Oh. You had dinner with these people too?
No.
No.
Some of them. NBA. These are just people that I met. You know, the thrill. Some people give their left nut to meet one of these
around
guys.
the major leagues.
Basketball. James Worthy, Robert Parrish, Bob Cousy, Tommy Heinsohn, Kevin McHale, Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, Shaquille O'Neal, Larry Bird, and Jim Calhoun and Gino Auriemma. All in the NBA Hall or the Basketball Hall of Fame.
And all those people have one thing in common: they met you.
They met me.
That's right.
And if they ever got together, that would probably come up in conversation. Larry Bird says to Magic Johnson, "Didn't you meet Mark Adams one time?" Yeah, I did. Baseball. This is my favorite category because you know I love baseball.
Oh yeah.
Carl Yastrzemski, who was disappointing to me, but he's in all of it. Carlton Fisk, Johnny Bench, Ernie Banks, Frank Robinson, Pete Rose, Pedro Martinez, Pete Rose is not in the Hall of Fame yet, but he will be. Pedro Martinez, David Ortiz, Tom Seaver, Ricky Henderson, Roger Clemens, Hank Aaron, Ted Williams, Al Kaline, Brooks Robinson, Andre Dawson, Tommy Lasorda, Dick Williams, and Jeff Bagwell. Now, if I could get, you know that song, If There's a Rock and Roll Heaven, you know they got a hell of a band?
Oh, yeah.
Was that by Righteous Brothers?
I believe it is. Yes. Yeah.
Well, if there's a sports heaven, those
is.
people that I just named would be undefeated in every sport. What do you think? And they still wouldn't know who I am.
But they probably remember that they met this guy once
who they just love talking to.
Did you ever meet that asshole from the TV station? Did you ever come around bugging you?
Now, I have this thing that I printed. It's this message from Uber.
Yeah.
And here it is. I'm not going to read it because I don't want anyone to be concerned about.
Oh, hold on. You have an Uber story?
Yeah, but I don't know. But no, I can't tell it though.
On the road again.
I can't talk about what it is and why I can't talk about it.
Okay.
It was an incident that occurred. So I'm going to put that over here in the file for maybe next week.
I see. So you can't talk about it now because it's it's still under investigation?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you can't talk about
Yes,
an
it
open
is.
investigation. Okay.
Yeah, and she hasn't returned to pick up the bra she left in my car. I also found on the internet because
Hold on.
All right.
That just gave me a thought. Has anything like that happened to you as an Uber driver? Have you had one of those
No.
adventurous women come in?
In my younger days, I might have when I was slightly more acceptable visually. But nowadays, it's like the old guy that doesn't give a shit anymore. You know?
You didn't run into one of those.
I did.
I'll do anything for a ride.
I did go for a job interview, and I tried that old guy method of gaining the interest of the interview. I went for a job interview. I'm not going to tell you what company or anything.
Is this recent?
This is, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, it was last week.
All right.
And why am I getting a job? Because I get bored.
Okay.
So I went to this job interview for a major company. And I sat down in a formal way with the guy doing the interview. And he asked me that question. You know, what are your strong points? What do you think is your biggest...
God, yeah. Where are you going to be in 5 years?
What do you think your biggest flaw is as an employee? Or, you know... I said, my honesty. And the guy said, well, we don't, at this blankety blank company, we don't consider honesty a flaw. And I said, well, I don't give a shit what you think. And I walked out of there. He didn't call me back. And I'm a prime candidate. I got energy. I dress nicely. Look,
You were being honest.
it's unbelievable. I found a list of, because a lot of people still, even though it's been years now, it's been the Biden term and a couple of Trump terms since Obama was president.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of people he's very popular still, Barack Obama, even though he's not, what's he doing, a podcast with his wife, Mike?
Something like that,
Something
yeah.
like that?
Yeah, he was a guest, I think, on her podcast.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well, someone made a list of what Obama was the first. We know he's the first African-American president. We know that, right?
Yep.
But there are other firsts that Barack Obama accomplished, and you can verify these, Smitty, because you pay attention to the news. He was the first president to apply for college aid as a foreign student, then deny that he was a foreigner. Right?
That's correct. Yep.
First president to have a Social Security number from a state he never lived in.
Connecticut, I think it was.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It's my home state, originally. He was the first president to preside over a cut to the credit rating of the United States. Right? Is that true?
Well, if what you're reading is true, then yes.
I keep getting these things. Do you want to increase your credit limit from all these credit cards I have? You know why? Because I pay them on time, and so they want to give me more opportunity to not pay them on time.
You're a good customer.
Barack Obama was first president to violate the War Powers Act, first president to be held in contempt of court for illegally obstructing oil drilling in the Gulf of Mexico.
Now, hold on. He made a big statement one day of saying that his presidency, there's not one, what was the word he used? Iota of a scandal or something like that?
Right.
He said there was no scandal whatsoever during his administration.
But these things, maybe to some people, they're not a scandal. To others, they might be. First president to spend $1 trillion on shovel-ready jobs when there was no such thing as a shovel-ready job. First president to require all Americans to purchase a product from a third party.
That's right.
What was that? The health insurance?
Yep. That was the Obamacare.
First president to abrogate bankruptcy law to turn over control of companies to his union supporters. Did he do that?
Looks like it.
I don't know. No. First president to order secret amnesty to stop deportations of convicted criminals. First to order $20 billion to be paid to his political appointee. I'm not sure all the details of all these things, but this list was made by somebody. First to terminate the Man in Space program. First to cancel a day of prayer. Remember the prayer day, National Prayer Day?
Yeah.
I guess he canceled that.
Yeah. It offended the Muslims.
Well, he said we're no longer a Christian country. Yeah. First to tell the CEO of a major corporation to resign. First to withdraw an existing coal permit that had been properly issued years ago. First president to appoint 45 czars to replace elected officials. I mean, I don't. Is this valid? This stuff? I don't know. It seems like a really, really long list.
It does seem he got away with it.
Look at these. These are all part of that list, and I never thought. All I thought of when Barack Obama was, bringing in, playing basketball. Throwing a ball around in the White House courtyard, right?
Yeah.
I never thought of all those things. Well, but maybe I'm wrong about
It's all
that.
quiet because the media is on his side, so we weren't going to broadcast that kind of stuff. That's bad news.
Well, yeah, the media was clearly at the time. But that's okay. And I'm not trying to dredge up old grudges. I just saw this list and I said, really? And there's like 45 things on that list. And I don't want to bore you, Smitty, or the audience with reading the whole thing. But I do have another short list, though, for you that's pertinent. Because you and I both work hard and we have our whole careers. Yeah. Although some have said that I wasn't big on show prep when I was a radio guy.
They did. They used to say that about you all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah. It was Mutt mostly who said that because he wanted my fucking job.
I think management also said the same thing because they heard it from Mutt.
So, and I said to him, I don't do as much show prep as Mutt. We used to be glued to the internet for all those boring stats he would rattle off. But I did work hard at not being as boring as Mutt, which was pretty easy.
But I never knew you to not prepare for your show.
No, I put my clothes on.
And the thing about being on the air when you were on, starting at 6 o'clock, every single sports story in the world had already been wrung out to death.
Yeah.
And whatever was happening at the time, you were aware of it.
And see, that's how you avoid being boring, is to not rehammer the same nail over and over again. Dennis and Callahan would talk about this thing that happened, and then you'd have Dale and Holly talking about it in midday, and then you'd have the big show, the Big O, and all those guys talking about it. So when I got in, it's like everybody's already talked this thing out.
It was done.
And Mutt comes in all ready to continue talking about it, or whatever Kirk told him to talk about. So, and I'm saying, no, I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about something better or different. And Mutt hated that.
Oh.
No, he hated me.
Well, people like your show. In fact, some of them loved your show.
Some of them are still alive.
They
too,
are.
which
They
is
are
good.
still alive. Yes,
Now, I heard this on WBZ. Now, I listen to WBZ a lot.
Yeah.
I like Ben Parker, and I
like
like
Ben.
I like traffic. I like to hear about the traffic. It's part of my job.
They do a great job with that.
They do. They're a very professional radio station.
Yep.
From top to bottom, day in, day out.
They used to call themselves the Spirit of New England.
Well, they don't disappoint because they're consistent.
Yep.
They have at the top of the hour the 5 things you should know. They got the traffic every 10 minutes on the 3s. They got the weather that follows the traffic. You know where everything's supposed to be, and it's a great radio station. But when they came out with this thing today, and I thought they listed the top 10 hardest working states. Some financial magazine or something did a study, and they ranked all 50 states as far as how hard people work in those states, Smitty.
Oh, how do you think we did?
We did shitty. You mean Massachusetts?
Yeah.
38th out of 50.
Oh.
Not good. In fact, New England in general didn't do well. The only state that did well was New Hampshire. They number 7 as the seventh most hardworking people.
Now, did they define what hardworking is?
Well, it's based on how many hours you work, how much you get compensated for the work that you do, how many people are unemployed, how many people don't do shit when they go to work. They have So Massachusetts was 38th out of 50. By the way, the bottom state was Michigan, 50th.
Oh, how about that?
And that they have the whole auto industry. So they must be, the unions are, I don't know what it is, but they don't work that hard in Michigan. And they got a lot of unemployment, too.
Could it be Democrats?
Yes.
Just thinking off the top of my head.
Number 1 was North Dakota, hardest working state. Number 2, Alaska. Number 3, South Dakota. Those Dakota people work their asses off, Smitty, up there. Huh?
In Alaska, if you don't work hard, you die.
Yeah.
I've seen those shows up there. Those people, they survive, and it's a tough life
Well,
up there.
of course, it's like freezing ass, godforsaken frozen tundra up there.
They hunt, they fish, they cut trees down, they build stuff, they raise
do
families.
everything.
They do.
They bang Eskimos.
That's been happening.
North Dakota, Alaska, South Dakota. Then 4th was Texas. First New England state, number 7, New Hampshire. Wyoming was 8. Wyoming seems like the same kind of thing where you have to work hard to stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
But going to the bottom of the list for the hardest working states, you had Massachusetts 38, California. Now, California 45th. Gavin Newsom, what a turd that guy is. Right after California 46th, New York. 48 was Rhode Island. Do you like Rhode Island people? I mean, I've known some nice ones, but they generally, I'm not big on the Rhode Island people. They have a complex.
Why do you suppose? Because it's a small state.
Well, it's probably like, an undeserved inferiority complex as opposed to New York, which has an undeserved superiority complex.
They do have a beautiful coastline.
Yeah.
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 And what is it? What do they call Rhode Island? The
ocean state.
The ocean state. Yeah.
Number 50 was Michigan. So shame on all those bottom 5. California, New York, Rhode Island, Michigan. Shame on you for not working hard enough. One guy that worked hard enough, and the Red Sox got rid of him, is Kyle Schwarber. Have you heard about him?
No. Let's hear it.
First of all, I love his name, Schwarber.
Yeah.
It's hard to even say it. But this guy had a game the other day on August 28th against Atlanta where he hit 4 home runs in one game. Now, that's a very rare thing.
Schwarber did this?
Kyle Schwarber
Yeah.
did that. You know, there's been 21 times in Major League history when someone hit 4 homers in a game. I think Stan Musial might have done it. Joe Adcock. Yeah, his name was Adcock. Yeah. Mark Whitten. Lou Gehrig did it. You know, all these guys. But this is 21 times in the 100-and-something year history of baseball, 4 home runs in a game. Rocky Colavito did it. But Kyle Schwarber did it this year. And guess what? It was the 4th time this year. Was it the first time? Throw 3. It's happened 3 times this season.
Yes, sir.
Now, because these guys are swinging for the fence, they're like, and 3 guys have hit 4 home runs in a game this year, and it's only happened 21 times in baseball history. Kyle Schwarber did it, and the Red Sox had him, and they ditched him, and now he's on the Phillies.
Look at that. Again. Yeah. But they're on the road to
God Almighty.
To stardom. They're going to win.
Who, the Red Sox?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I'm very excited because they actually have some they have some likable guys. This rookie guy, Roman Anthony, looks great. And he seems like a good kid, so I'm excited again for the Red Sox, and it's been a while since that happened. And then, you know, in my age, Smitty, I don't get excited about that much.
It's true. Do you suppose the Red Sox have what's called momentum?
You mean Mo?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had Mo Vaughn. You know, I have this computer. Is this what happened last week? No.
What did you do?
Oh, you know, no. The reason I mentioned this is because we got Joe and Jerry waiting in the wings. I got it. It's all set. I got it. Yeah, I fixed it myself. Yeah, we don't need Ben for this. All right. We mentioned the songs that are women's names.
Yes.
So Joe and Jerry requested they could do this song, which is one of the ones I mentioned in that prior piece there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So should we close with that?
I think you should.
Bill Smith, everybody.
Thank you.
Producer extraordinaire. Joe and Jerry, everybody. Castiglioki people. Okay, let's do this. Oh, my little pretty one, a pretty one. When you gonna give me some time, baboner?
Will you make my motor run? My motor run. Honey coming off the line, my babona.
Never gonna stop, give it up, such a dirty mind. Always get it up from the touch of the younger kind. Oh, my, oh!
My Sharona.
Come a little closer, bitch. Be a hun. Close enough to look into my eyes, Sharona.
Keep a little mystery you give to me, running down the length of my thigh, babona.
Never gonna stop, give it up. Such a dirty mind. Always get it up from the touch of the younger kind. My, ooh.
My Sharona.
My Sharona. Oh.
We could always share the Sharona if you want, Joe.
It's my Sharona.
I get half of what you earn anyway, don't I? Get second dibs, sloppy seconds on this one, Joe.
It's my Sharona.
You're kind of a greedy bastard, Joe. Can't you share?
It's my Sharona.
It's my Sharona.
Mine.
Mine.
It's mine.
Mine.
All right, back to work here, Troop. When you gonna give it to me? Give to me. It's just a matter of time, Sharona.
Here's a trip to destiny. A destiny. Or is it just a game in my mind, Sharona?
Never gonna stop. Give it up. Such a dirty mind. Can you believe it? Oh, the younger kind. Oh, my Sharona.